Hey everyone, warm welcome back. I decided to do another fight. I mean, I didn't get to game or fly or anything for like 2.5 weeks or something. Three. So let's contact person. You're not gonna have to watch me set this whole thing up. It's gonna take like an hour.
Good day, sir.
Thank you. Okay, we got sort of the preliminary sort of stuff done. Now let's get some stuff done here. The doors. I forgot to.
We need the
edit
door
the
closed.
profile.
Sure.
Open you. Back. And now let's get the catering always takes forever.
We are ready for you to load the catering on board.
Very well.
If I was to start these, like get the fuel.
Please start the
Okay,
refueling
and once the fuel is
now.
done, tell it, okay,
Started
load the cargo,
refueling.
load the passengers. They would all be done before the freaking cargo. I swear to God, they bring it in one food tray at a time or something. I don't know what it is. You can speed this up to 4 times normal speed, so literally this entire plane will be loaded with the specs and everything. This does have, I haven't shown you this before, external services. So you've got SimBrief. It also has Hoppy. I do have a Hoppy login code, which means when I'm on VATSIM, they can send me information and stuff all in through, and I get it in here, like CPDLC and such like that. I can also receive it up on here. If I go into communications tab, I can contact ATC and such. One thing not initiated yet, sadly, is oh wow, I forgot today was the 8th anniversary of my stroke. I forgot I even put that as a reminder in my I haven't used my tablet in a long time. And decided to charge it up just to see if the thing still worked. And it does. So it just sent a reminder. I can get it through here. Talk to them, get the flight in. But one thing that's not is position reporting. Like every 30 minutes or what have you. When you're doing a flight over like the Atlantic, or whenever you're over ocean for a long period of time, and you're flying the oceanic arcs and routes, on the real aircraft it will report position automatically for you every 30 minutes, or you can manually instigate it as well. It doesn't have that integrated yet. Don't forget, this is still in beta, so it has that. And the other thing is how I got all the weights and all that stuff is if you go to the airplane, weight and balance, tell it to fill it from SimBrief, and it will load what is in your official flight plan page. So I'm going to finish setting up. I'm going to bring you back. We are still in Europe, believe it or not. I actually enjoyed flying into this airport. I did figure out the issue. It was Ortho that causes the issue with that the whole water thing. And that I've got it running again. I don't know if it fixed it or not when I turned off the Ortho and it managed to download tiles. And such, and have it show the airport normal. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I am going to finish loading up. Can I get you to come over? I can. There we go. Sadly, the bus and all that is going to show up with the stairs, but there's not much I can do. Like you see, the fuel's already loaded. See what I mean?
Refueling is complete.
Much appreciated.
Get you to stand by. Okay. Load the cargo.
You are good to start the loading.
See,
Sure.
we loaded like, what? 11,000 kilograms of fuel. And we only loaded 220 something of freaking catering. Wow, we've got a lot of cargo. A new livery for the thing. It should give you a hint as to where we're going. I think it's got the flags on here. Where are they? There they are. There's the flags. There's the Euro. We are flying Euro Atlantique. It is a charter airline. Wow. Yeah, they got to fix that, man. They got to come up with a better animation. That's all I'm going to say. All I am going to say. And that, my friends, is the flag of Portugal, which is where this airline is based out of. It is a charter airline. This is a freeware mod for Toulouse. It is pretty nice. I mean, I actually really like it. I've got to be honest with you. It is native to XPlane 12. It does not work properly in XPlane 11. You can put it in, but you're not going to have the weather effects, the lighting, the shading, the shadows, the reflections off the tarmacs and such like that. Actually kind of looks like it fixed the water issue when I just turned off Ortho, reloaded the scenery, so it loaded the default XPlane 12, and then now it doesn't seem to be there. The water is, you can see that in the well, if you're not in my Discord, I'm going to make this video public, just so people know I'm still alive in that. If you want to know what's been going on and everything else like that, join the Discord, link down below. So there's our runway that we'll be taking off on, 3-2 right, and we'll be going into Humberto Delgado International Airport in Lisbon, Portugal. I don't think I've ever flown into Portugal on this channel. We're going to remedy that today. Glad to have you on board Air Atlantique Flight 417, non-stop from Toulouse in France to Lisbon, Portugal. I'll see you when we're taxied over to the runway and getting to takeoff. Glad to have you on board. And welcome back. I had to turn the clock back. I had an issue. I had a bunch of sort of general maintenance-y kind of stuff. I don't know how. I have the things turned up. But anyway. So we are 40 minutes behind schedule. So I set the clock back because I don't want it to be all at night for you. So I have told the ground crew to remove all the ground equipment, all that kind of stuff. I've already pre-planned the pushback. Everything's done. I've done the pre-flight briefing with the first officer. We will get the purser to arm the doors. Okay, no. Get her to open it. Do I have to reset this again?
All doors are disarmed.
We need that door closed.
Okay.
Doors to armed mode, please.
I shall not. Not all doors are closed. Should I arm the closed doors?
Yes, sure.
Got you.
There we go. Oh, this is turning into a more adventurous and longer flight than planned. So let's get this over to engines now. And we got everything cleared away. Should be. Doors and hatches all closed, everything like that. Okay, I will get the jetway to go away in a second here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
I do use a sound pack for better pushback. It doesn't work in all regions of the world, but in Australia, I can't get the Afrikaner voices to work when I'm flying in Africa. But if you're in Europe in that, if you're at a German airport, you're going to hear a German You know, if you're in England, you're going to hear, you know, someone with an English accent. Quite often a Newcastle kind of accent, sometimes even as well. East Anglia. No Scouser, sadly, but, you know. Okay, let's get back.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
I had to get the maintenance done because I've got 52 people sitting in first and business class. 5 less passengers, but I said, you notice I said, boy, a lot of cargo. We took on an extra 5,800 and up 50, we'll just call it cargo. Kilograms of cargo. I think 13,000 may be the most I've flown with cargo-wise. So I had to rebalance the CG, which is fine. And we'll be getting out of here. It looks like we're going to have clear skies. I'm not going to show you the whole flight, otherwise this video would be like 3.5 hours long.
Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Nobody wants to listen to me for
Starting
3.5 hours.
pushback, and you may start engines.
Well, I mean, some of you will go to the Discord and you'll know what was
Thanks.
going on. I forgot to pull the jetway apart. Oh, my bad. I caught COVID. Finally caught up to me after, like, what are we at now? Almost 4 years? Oh, go on, go on. Go on. And start. Technically, you can start both engines same time, but we're not going to. Pretty short pushback. Aircraft has phenomenal sounds. Get that on, otherwise I got no brakes. This has GE 90s, the 200ER.
Did you want something?
Captain, just wanted to let you know that we are ready and the briefing has been completed.
And I don't have the seatbelt signs on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
They spool up really quickly. But I was told in real life they do. It's like the pre-turning kind of stuff. That takes a while to get to go. I mean, they're big fans, man. Like, you can drive a car through one of the inside of these engines. They're huge. But my babies, the Trents, will be coming, as well as the Pratt and Whitneys as well. Also, the 300 version will be coming, extended range. And at some point, we'll also get the long range. And cargoes.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
That will probably be add-on. So another $49 or something like that if they go like they did. If you want all the variants. There we go. I can never see. Oh, he's just going to pull it. Yeah, he goes behind this pillar, sadly. Spooling up nicely, and this should fire up in a hurry. Yeah, just like I thought. Here we go. So, get you off, you off, you off. There we go. That's all on, that's all on, that's that. Get the packs on. Get the bleeds back on. And let's go fly. Well, let's do a flight control test. You know me, I sometimes forget and then I complain. It's like, why is this aircraft doing this? Let's get the rudders out of the way. Those are the things I always have the most problem with. Pull back, neutral, pull forward, neutral, pull right, neutral, pull left, neutral. Controls are free and clear. Up we go. I will take weather over here, terrain over here. Not that there really is any. Get you over a bit. Get you back to engines. Let's go. Our runway again is over there. So yeah, I caught COVID and it really, really knocked me on my butt. It did major damage to my lungs and my sinuses. On prednisone, mass amount of antibiotics trying to repair some of the damage. It could take upwards of a year. And that's assuming I don't get the effect of long COVID. So hopefully that doesn't come to be. All I'm going to say is, folks, you know, it was the one time I didn't wear my mask. And I went into a big warehouse store. And I'm not going to name names because it's like that's not fair to the company. You know, the government has removed all restrictions on masks in public, even in hospitals. I have no idea why. I can assure you, it's still out there. It's still circulating. There's 3 people in my building that had it
Clear
over
left.
the summer.
Clear
alone.
right.
You know, but they're treating it like it's a lot of people in a lot of places are treating it like it's a non-factor anymore, which is an absolute crap. Take care. Continue to use your hand sanitizer, washing your hands, stuff like that. If you're going to be in a really busy place, just put a mask on for a minute. I mean, you know, yeah, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't bother me, having lived in Asia for a good part of my adult life up until that point. Wearing masks was like, everybody did. And we're talking like 30 years ago. You know, like, it was common to wear masks. Just general courtesy. So everybody in Discord did know about that. But sort of on the road back, what is the FMC saying? Oh, the TCAS is off. Well, yeah, but I'm not, well, I should have traffic on though. And here we go, and let's get the purser.
Listening.
Prepare for departure.
Yes.
There we go. Flight factor 777-200 ER. This is version 2.0.15 beta. Beta 1, beta 2, something like that. This is XPlane 12.1.2 beta 2. Or something like, I'm getting tired of all these freaking triple digit beta freaking RC freaking number freaking, I'm getting tired of this crap. Just release the damn thing when it works, okay? At a specific point. Freaking numbers are getting on my nerves. Just so you know, we are not on live time. We're about 2.5 hours behind live time. Right now the sun would be basically almost down in Toulouse, France. But we are on live weather, somewhat live time.
Clear left.
Clear right.
And of course, we have Auto Ortho in use. We have Simheaven in use. We are at 1440p. Feel free to up your resolution should your device support it. I hope you enjoy part of this flight. I will show you the landing, of course. So, taxi lights can go off. Beacon should have been on. Oh, it was on. Strobes to on. Taxi lights off. Nothing is yellow up top that shouldn't be. Let's go flying. Flaps 5 are set. Just under 10,000 foot runway. More than enough for this, even though we do have a pretty full cabin.
Approaching 3, 2, right.
Clear left.
Clear right.
And quite a, 13, I mean, it's not a lot compared to what the aircraft can carry.
On runway 3, 2, right.
So I am using an experimental version of Xenviro that Magnus created from xenviro.net. Family issues came up, so development was kind of thing. I have got them hidden right now, but I'll see if I can pull out one for you. I have debug windows and stuff like that are normally in the dev console. You just drag them and hide them. Other than that, they work fine. There is a bug with this build, .15. When I hit Toga, it'll delete the VREF, the takeoff speeds. It's already been addressed and fixed. It'll be coming in a new patch in the future. Engines are both stabilized. Toga. And you watch. Now it won't do it. Or it will do it when it gets over 80 knots, I think it is. Listen to those engines, baby. Oh, it's not doing it with this livery. Normally I fly with Flight Factor made liveries, but this isn't. This is a freeware one. It's available in the .org forums. In the download section for the Flight Factor group. 1, 2.
3,000 feet remaining.
Well, in case you hadn't noticed, darling, I'm off the runway. And up we go. I will leave the flaps out for now. We are clear of the airfield, so I'm going to start the turn early. There's no waypoint there, so I'm not really worried about it. So to avoid the nose dipping down, also known as adverse yaw, if you're making a left turn, put in a little right rudder to counter it, and that will prevent the wing from dipping too much on you. Let's get you over a little more. Still hand flying. I will say the Zebo is better to hand fly. I love hand flying the Zebo. Last flight I ever did in the Zebo, just like a fun flight, if you will. We finally got shades. Is that auto exposure not working? Okay, well, since I can't see, I'm just going to put the autopilot on here. Did I not turn? I could put the sunglasses on, but that doesn't help much either. That's the problem. Let's Get you over there. And there we go. And we should be good with that. And once I get back over onto the track there. Now I'll go to flaps 1 and flaps up. Sped up automatically once I crossed 3,000. I didn't notice that, my bad. Outside. Standard, I think it crosses at 5,000 here or something like that. Transition altitude. Shift 4. There we go. So fairly flat, obviously. Lovely livery, very simple, nice plain, beautiful shades of different blues. Little bit of sort of a teal in there, I like it. Nice, clean, simple. Love liveries like this. Don't get me wrong, I love some of my anime inspired or manga or video game livery kind of stuff. The WestJet Walt Disney Frozen livery I have for the Zeebo. Like, I like those, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot to be just said for a nice, clean, simple, you know, like Cathay Pacific. Now, they have some pretty wild liveries. You know, but some of them are just a straight up Cathay Pacific. Thai Airways, the same thing. Just a good old, you know, Delta Widget livery. You know, a nice straightforward United Airlines with the tulip and the shield. You know, by the door, front door loading. It's a classic. It's just beautiful. Battleship gray. Never going to go wrong with that. Best damn livery on any American airline ever made. Well, U.S. carrier, I should say, because there is an airline called American Airlines. Best livery ever. Battleship gray. Love it. How we doing? We're coming up pretty close to 10. We'll get all these off. And you're now free to move about the cabin. So one of the reasons why I had to initiate general maintenance, my radio, my intercom stopped working. I couldn't contact anyone. So I couldn't get the purser to close the catering, like the rear door, the service door, or get ground to take the catering truck away and stuff. So that took 40 minutes to have an engineer come up, a mechanic. Well, electrician, I guess, and figure out what the problem was. Now I've got it back. All these were all blanked out. I couldn't contact anything. Now, I knew I could do it through this and it overrides everything, but I didn't want to. Kind of thing. Back outside. Not that there's kind of a lot to really see at this point in time. You know, it's a lot of vineyards and farmland and stuff like that, it looks like. And we're going away from the coast, so and there's not really any altitude anywhere around here. But the clouds are looking awesome. Definitely a nice, you can tell where the front is starting, or is it coming in or going out? It might be coming in. They're nice and white and fluffy though, so I don't expect them to have any rain. But they're looking really good. If you want to, if you are an Xenviro user and you own it, if you want to use this, there is a disclaimer. It can mess up your XPlane. But the old version 12.09 is included in the download for this. So you can roll it back to 12.09. Which does work in this sim, but if you have very low level cloud, it'll actually put the clouds like on the tarmac and stuff like that. Like what should be fog actually becomes clouds like this, and it's like just obviously not realistic. Because they changed the way some of the weather data refs in that stuff are in XPlane 12.1 and upwards that we've got now. And it wasn't built to take that into consideration, Xenviro. So, but technically you could still use it. I did. It's just I would, if I knew I was going to be going to a place that was going to be stormy, you know, very low ceiling and that, I would turn Xenviro off and I would turn on my active sky. Or in all fairness, the default live weather is not bad in this sim at all now. It is good. Only issue is there's a barrow bug. You'll get variations and you'll climb 500 feet a minute kind of thing, and then it'll settle and then it'll drop. Like the barrel will drop. Even though you're on standard pressure, it drops whatever the local QNH is, and then you'll drop like 800 feet. It's annoying. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't disconnect your autopilot or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's not realistic. So they've got to get to the bottom of that. But other than that issue, the live weather with the default clouds looks really good. Xenviro overwrites the shadows, the aliasing, the ambient occlusion, the cloud type, all of it. Unlike Active Sky, which uses the default clouds and just changes the weather, you know, more often and more accurately. But it uses the default clouds. And that, if I recall. So, as this is going to be kind of cloudy now, I will bring you back when we are basically, you know, I don't know, 20,000 feet or whatever. And we'll see if I can land this. I'm just looking at the METAR for Delgado Airport in Lisbon. And the winds have calmed down. We've gotten rid of that nasty 11 knot crosswind, 11 to 4, gusting to 14. Now it's only 8. But at least it's in green, not in yellow. So that's good. 4 knot headwind. Should be fine. Oh, I'm sure I'll have way bigger issues freaking landing once I turn off the autopilot and that the weather would be the least of my worries. Anyways, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You know, you get notified when videos go live. They won't be very often. Probably, I don't know. I haven't decided when I want to come back, if at all, full time. But I thought I'd throw one up for you. I'll just let you know, still alive. I still do read your comments and all that stuff. And the Discord's there if you'd like to join it. It's completely free. Link is in the description below. You'll also have links to where you can get this aircraft, get this livery, where you can get that beautiful freeware airport for Toulouse in France. you would like it for your version of XPlane 12, I'm glad to have you on board. We'll see you, around 20,000 feet. Somewhere around there as we're on our descent into Lisbon, Portugal. Thanks for flying along. And welcome back just for one of the, little 1 minute sort of intervals mid-flight. What are these, the Azores or something like that? I don't know. I'm geographically challenged. But I thought I'd bring you back. MSA in this area is 10,300 feet. Obviously we're at 39,000, not a concern. But I thought I would show it to you. Flight has gone uneventfully. The purser brought us up coffee just a little while ago. And I am now going to order the crew meals.
Would you like something?
Bring us a meal, please.
Absolutely.
Now, you don't actually get the food. You do get the coffee. And you get the coffee cup, and then it goes over into the garbage can. But you don't actually get the food tray. I still have no idea what the heck this thing is for. Trip counter. How many flights you've done before you've got to do an overhaul on the engines or something? I don't know what it's supposed to do. Of course, if I read the manual, I would probably know. But as you can see, systems are all nominal and functioning perfectly fine. Little update there. We got 422 nautical miles to the airport. Got about 300 nautical miles to go before top of climb. Descent, sorry. We're already at top of climb. So, like I said, I'll bring you back when we're around 20,000 feet or so. No change. Still expecting the INBO 1A arrival into an ILS approach on runway 2 in Lisbon. Thanks for flying along. And welcome back, everyone. Decided to bring you back just a tad early. I know the video is going to be a little long, but I haven't made a video in like 3 months, so. Well, at least not that's been on YouTube. 6 nautical miles to go, and then we go down. Sun is not quite setting. I probably set the time back a little much. But I'll switch it to nighttime so you can... well, it's a default airport, so I'm not really worried about the night lighting. It'll be good. Well, I knew I'd forget something. Forgot the clock. Anyway, flight's around 730 nautical miles in total. And we're approaching the the west coast, sorry, of Portugal. What do we got? Sort of the southwest corner of Portugal, which means I'm pretty close to the continent of Africa, so you know where I'm going to go fly next after this video. My beloved Casablanca in Morocco. I love flying in Morocco. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you have it as well. You know, there's just some places that you just freaking love to fly to. Get the speed brake up. Give us a little hand. 8.35. So a little quick. Get us on profile a little bit, and then I'll stow it. I actually could have left it. I have had it do that before where I'm out like 600 feet. It always manages to straighten itself out and catch itself up and everything else like that and handle it. The VNAV works pretty dang well. I know that looks kind of weird. This is your vector on your take for a missed approach, and you circle back and go back to the initial approach fix. Probably between 5,000 and 9,000 feet for the hold at the approach fix if you've got an issue, or you just turn around. But that's just so that it's got an extended line off the runway. So you know to fly this heading and climb up to, you know, an appropriate altitude and reconfigure yourself for your, you know, your retry at the landing, if you will. Winds haven't really changed at all. Let's get an updated METAR. 1026 Kavak. Yeah. No, we got no significant weather change, so it's pretty much been the same all day long for the most part. Some high cloud, very wispy, looks really awesome. Not sure where that aquamarine sort of coloring is coming from, because the ocean is over on this side. Still cool. I'm glad we got the sunshades. We always had these ones. The thing is, in the real aircraft, I wish they had this modeled, but they don't. These slide back and forth. Now that could be an option. I don't know. You know, an airline chooses to put that. But it seems very illogical to have it that it's fixed. You know, because that just doesn't really do anything. You know, when the sun is like over here. Well, I can't move my windscreen over there. I actually like some of the Airbus aircraft where the windscreen, the sunscreen, sorry, is like a sheet that comes down and you just pull it down and it covers the whole windshield from here to here, and you just pull it down as low as you need it. It does have a limit, like it'll only go to about here kind of thing, because you do have to be able to see the runway somewhat in the airport, make sure everything is clear. And there we go. We're slightly over speed, are we? No. Well, I don't know. 280, 281. Like I said, you see, it manages to sort itself out. So 4,000 is the initial approach fix altitude. It's already put in. 025 is the heading. We'll be using auto brake 2 with reversers. Let me take a look at the airport so I know which way to exit. Actually, I can get you can just get away with auto brake 1. It's a 12,000 foot runway, so I'm not really concerned. Well, I should always be concerned if I'm flying. We'll roll off to the end of the runway because there are no high-speed off-ramps coming in on 02. Only on runway 20. I can show you really quick what I mean. You see, all the off-ramps are going this way that are high speed. The only ones are down at the end, so you're expected to roll out to the end of the runway. So I won't even use the reversers, I'll just use the auto brake. I think that'll be more than enough. Just catching up on the Discord. I wasn't in it for a bit. With being sick. On some nasty medications, man, I tell you. Prednisone, I really don't like this stuff. Very powerful steroid. Lot of side effects. You know, but like I said, it you know, when I was sick, it did a real number. Not the prednisone. Did a real number on my upper and lower respiratory tract, my sinuses, just real brutal number. These restrictions are actually published on the STAR, standard terminal arrival. In case you're, so it's dictated by the charts and by the local aviation authority and the airport, you know, kind of thing. So that's why we're slowing to 250-ish before 10,000. Typically, because it's a busy airport, it's right on the coast. Lisbon is a very popular tourist destination. It's for spacing of traffic. Because there's quite a lot of heavies that go in, like 777s, 787s, A330s, 350s. Even some are even still, you know, flying my beloved 747, the A340s, and that 75, 76s are still popular. If anyone has the flight factor 7.5 or 7.6, do they have a native XPlane, like a version 2, specific to XPlane 12? Let me know. If you have it, what your thoughts are on it. Although that Rotate MD-11 is looking mighty tasty, I have to say. I haven't checked it out yet. I just saw it got released in the last week. I haven't checked out what its price. It'll be pricey. There's no doubt about that, I'm pretty sure. I think I still have some viewer donations in the PayPal. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Because I do love me some tri-engine jets. Like, I love those old things, the DC-10s and 727s. And that, I freaking love those triple engine jets. We're coming down nicely. It's handling the descent quite well. And what do we got to go? $126 miles. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Bringing us down nice and slow. I should have paid more attention. I wouldn't have brought us back too soon. Now this is going to be like a 2-hour video. My apologies. Ah. Beautiful reflections off the ocean. Love it. Or is this the Mediterranean? I don't know. Clouds are looking good. They could use a bit more sort of body. Well, not body, because they could be very light and wispy, but I don't, there's something like just oomph to them. You know, some depth in them, if you will. But definitely progressing beautifully. As far as I'm concerned, my XPlane 12, when I get the Simheaven set up properly like this, and the Ortho's working properly and everything like that, with the Xenviro going and that, this is as good as Microsoft as far as I'm concerned. And this is all done for free. Well, the Xenviro's not. But again, the default weather works perfectly fine. The Barrow thing wasn't an issue until 12.1. They are aware of it. They are working on it. They're not. Well, last time I checked in with Laminar in their Discord was a while back, and they hadn't quite nailed down what the heck was causing that. It's probably a server. It's caching something that it shouldn't do, or something like that. Excuse me. I'm really glad I picked up this livery. I really like it. Just a nice, plain, simple. I really do. And the one thing I love about Simheaven, as opposed to at least when I used to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, the buildings look an appropriate size given the height I am flying at. Like, things look proportional. They never seemed proportional to me. Everything seemed exaggerated in size when it came to the autogen for houses and warehouses and things like that in factories. It just seemed like they just seemed too big. And I'm seeing them way too clear, considering I'm at 18,000 feet. That reminds me, what's the transition level here in Portugal? I've never flown here, I don't think, by ATC. So it's going to give me a warning at 18,000. I'm going to say it's probably around 6 or 7. Europe has very low transition levels. No, it didn't give me a warning. So somehow it must be listed within the air rack of the aircraft. It knows what the transition level is. I'm going to say it's 17,000, that or it's delayed. Well, we can switch it over anyway, and then we're set up for final, right? So I don't forget 10. 2, 1. Runway is identified. The course is correct. We have the DME. This is a funky kind of approach. We go here, and then we make this big old arc and then come back down and in. But we'll be fine. All the communication channels, the FMCs, and that all pop out. And we'll be slow into 230. So that's cool. At least we're supposed to be. And there it goes. And of course it's lifting up. Perfect. Doing exactly what it's programmed for. 1.3 miles to go, and we'll be at exactly 230. They've done a, considering where it was, although I had no problem, as you saw in videos before, I had no problem ever flying it when it had no VNAV. This is simple, a little bit of math. And it was perfectly fine. Now, I think I hooked up, I was moving the throttles so the ghost image matched up with the throttle. So I think that should have synced the throttle quadrants up. What I mean by sync is that now they're synced. Now, technically that should have turned blue. There should be a blue arrow here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to... Ah, beautiful. Never flown in Portugal. All these little towns and villages and such. This is awesome. Big old lake. Well, the river drains here and into the ocean, so this is a delta? See a pleasure boat out there? Of course, we've got ships now and pleasure craft and luxury yachts and all that stuff in the sim now, all run on their own AI engine kind of thing. They don't follow real world routes in that. So we love VFR regions 1, 2, and 3 for Microsoft. They're still ahead there because it does have real world routes. It may not go on real world times, but it follows real routes that LNG ship typically travels, kind of thing. But I can live without that. That's fine. Surprised no wind turbines being this close to the coast, unless that's some down there. And no, those are communication towers and such. Surprised being on the coast. No wind turbines. Interesting. Okay, I think I hit the wrong button. There we go. City of Lisbon.
Listening.
Get ready, we landing soon.
Of course, sir.
That sun is playing havoc. This is why I like flying at night. Don't have to worry about all this. Looks awesome. When you're in cruise, if things are like too bright, sunglasses are your new best friend. I think it's Shift C. Shift S. But it darkens all the panels. That's the downside. But it definitely makes things look pretty cool. What is Cinema Verite? I don't even know what that does. Shift C. Don't know. Didn't seem to do anything. And we'll be slowing to 210. I will have to slow down to 180. 842, 210. And then I think the next one is 190, 210, yeah, the Voil at 180. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be holding off on the flaps and all that for now. Until we've completed most all of the turns and we start to slow to 180, then I'll get some flaps out. It's about a 9 mile where you intercept the glide path. Let's go outside because it's too dang pretty. Definitely a country with a lot of shipping. I'm going to assume the docks, the shipyards and all that are all up in here. So they can be sheltered from any storms somewhat, at least a little bit. Love the engine sounds on this aircraft. Can't wait for the 300. The 300 has the swept wings of the Dreamliner 787 with those sort of gull wing, or like eagle's wings, you know, with the tips that taper backwards and all that. Just freaking awesome. 78. I know. I always said I'm an Airbus guy, but you know, I can't, you know, deny it. The 787, the wing profile is just the best. Like, it is just so spectacular, man. Like, really. I gush over it all the time. I think it is so damn pretty. Lord, have mercy. It is such a beautiful looking aircraft in the air. Especially in the turn with the swept back wing tips and all that, and it's in a nice like 20-degree bank. You got the landing gear coming down and all that. Good Lord, it's beautiful. And the airport is located right up in that bay and lake over here. So should be a very picturesque approach, which I'll of course ruin the second I hit this button. Get you off. No, the sun will be off on the left side. So that one on me. I am pretty sure. Oh no, it might be the right side. I don't know, we'll find out. When I start complaining, I can't see. I'll know what side to do. Yeah, I think I did sync them up. Beautiful. We'll do auto brake too. That way I don't have to use the reverser. Well, actually, I think airlines prefer to use the reversers over the brakes. Because I think every 100 hours of use or something like that, they've got to open up all the cowlings and look at the engines and all that stuff anyway. for the brakes, they got to take it into a hangar. They got to lift the whole aircraft up off the ground and everything else like that. Drop the gear down. Get all the tires and everything off and everything. That's a lot of work. Not as much as an engine if you've got to do the overhaul, because then you've got to disconnect it from the wing and drop it down and take it off and mount a new one. Well, not a new one, but one you've already serviced. Because these beauties be too expensive to having them sit grounded while a 2-week engine refurb goes on. Or, 3 weeks, or I don't know how long it takes. Having the ships and all that now with the wake and everything like that just adds. And it's all completely built into the sim. No mod needed. I love it. Because the less mods, the less plugins and everything you need, the better. Excuse me for a sec, gonna cough. That is a gorgeous sight. With the sun shafts and everything. That is just, yeah. And then we're going to have a really harsh left turn. And then a hard right turn. Although I may just, we can stay at 210 for now. Look at the ripples, the waves on the water. Not brutal, but some. The wake coming off the ship and everything. The sun flare. Come on. Don't tell me XPlane 12 looks like crap. You can prefer a different sim, that's fine. But to say this doesn't look good, you're just a fanboy. And I got no time for fanboys. But this has still got a ways to go. Like, I want, where's my proper functioning weather radar? They're working on it. It's going to come probably when 12.2 is out, maybe 12.3 stable. I want to see AI traffic in the air. I want to see other aircraft. I want to see them moving. I want life in the airport without having to spend $65, $69 at Just Planes to get freaking world traffic. Payware add-on. And some people will say, well, that's never really been a thing in XPlane. That's true. But Microsoft changed the game, okay? That's the thing. What was normal and standard for Sims before changed. That, what was it, August day? The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 released to the public. That changed the rules and the base of what is expected from a default simulator. The telemetry thing, no, I don't necessarily think. They could have just made really good ground textures and such like that. Because Microsoft looks like crap if you turn telemetry off. Like if they ever take those servers offline, which they will at some point, you know, you're hooped. You've got no telemetry data. And you're going to end up with default Microsoft ground textures and that stuff. Now, with 2024 coming out, and if you're on 2024, I'm sure they've upped their game for people who can't have consistent internet, so the ground textures and auto gens will be better. Hopefully they fix all the melted buildings and stuff like that. Myself, I have no interest in getting it. And we're going up in the bay. That should be cool. Oh yeah, there's the thumbnail. That's the keeper right there. Up. Just to be on the safe side. The light slope is captured. Three gears, three ships. Love it. Symmetry for the win. There's our airport. Okay, here we go. Laps 10. Ah, the wind's died. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Time for the chaos to begin. Feet on pedals. Don't push them. Okay. I haven't been gaming or flying or anything really. I did a video for Discord and it was like, I think I've flown 3 times since I closed the channel. Well, I just like put it on hiatus. Box 25. Arm speed brake. Or 20, sorry. Box 25. This is a beautiful approach into this airport. Flaps full. Fully configured. Runway is clear ahead. Confirmed. My aircraft. Coming back on profile, somewhat. This is an awesome approach in. I mean, not my flying, but the approach itself is beautiful.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums. 200.
Landing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, since we have to run out to the end, we'll just let the auto brake do its thing. 80 knots, manual braking. Welcome to Lisbon, Portugal. Not the greatest of landings, not gonna lie. But I will take it. Let me get up my taxi chart. We hang a right. We're down, flight director's off. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Traffic only. Wow, are you ever off course, David? Good heavens, dude. You'd think you were drinking or something.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Let's start cleaning up the aircraft. Auto brakes off. You on, you on, you on, you off, you off, you off, you off, you on. Okay, let's see where we're gonna have to park. Let's just take this one. Bit of frame hitching. Kind of surprised, but I mean, Lisbon's not a tiny place. Doesn't have listed what is international. I wish on charts they listed, this is the international terminal. Because you can't go by these aircraft, because they put freaking aircraft everywhere. I can assure you. British Airways flying here is not a domestic flight. Alright? Okay, it looks like maybe the big boys park over here. Seeing a 7.4. That's either another 7.4 or an A340. Now, I have never been to this part of Europe, so it is having to cache all the Ortho and all that, so. Virgin Airlines. Well, at least they're doing somewhat better than Qantas. Man, Qantas, what a mess. It's what happens when you get people that are when they're pencil pushers and number crunchers running the airlines.
Clear left.
Clear right.
If I'm turning right, you should say clear right, then clear left. We'll go in right between these two. Here, the British Airways and the Virgin Atlantic.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Now you're getting with the program. There's no marshaller, so I'm not going to turn off the taxi lights and that. And there we go, a beautiful sunset approach and landing into Lisbon, Portugal. And this beautiful, I really like this livery, Euro Atlantique. Strobe should be off, but that's fine. We will get you on and you on. Parking brake on. Engines off. The beacon is off because I forgot to turn it on. There we go. Okay, now I need to contact the ground crew.
Hello, this is the captain speaking.
Ground is ready.
Are you? Cool.
Ground? We need some equipment connected.
No problem. Which one?
Primary GPU.
Most assuredly.
Get me the stairs and the bus. Okay. Strobe's off. I can keep on so we keep the air brakes. Passenger seat entertainment goes off. And there we go. Sorry, it's a bit longer than what I was planning. Definitely. But I do hope you enjoyed the flight anyways. And everything, like I said, links to everything I used will be... They've really got to fix that, man. Freaking. When fuel trucks come flying out of the air and popping down, Yeah. Not a bad airport for a default airport. Night lighting is already on. That's why I wasn't really worried. Night lighting in the airports always works in XPlane 12. One thing I love about it. Used to drive me nuts about Microsoft Flight Simulator. You'd land at an airport and it's pitch black. The runways would be lit up in that. Some didn't even have the taxiway lighting. It was ridiculous. Drove me insane. The blue lights are sitting 3 feet up in the air. It's like, oh. You go on, you go on. And now we can get you off, and you off. Save the fuel. Fuel pumps off, because we don't need them anymore. And there we go. If you enjoyed it, folks, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You get notified when my videos go live. Like I said, I'm still on a bit of a hiatus, but, you know, you never know. Links to everything I use will be down in the description below. Just click show more. You'll also find a link to my Discord. It is completely free to join. I do not put it behind a paywall at all. You are more than welcome. The invite is down there, and of course you'll find a link to my PayPal as well, should you like to try help support the channel. Anyway, not mandatory, but always appreciated. And of course, if you do so, please include your YouTube username, and I will give you a shout out in a future video. Until the next time, folks, my name's David. It's been my pleasure to take you from Toulouse, France, into having dinner in Lisbon, Portugal. The city by the ocean, or the sea, or the something. Well, it's a big body of water. Until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies, on the rails, or on the roads. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. God bless. Thank you for watching.